That's how you open up a PERNcast.
Hell yeah.
Righty.
Let's
Yes,
open
sir.
this bit.
All right.
Oh, man. Agony of Avarice is here, finally. Tried to get you guys on here for a bit, and it's here. It's happening. I'm so happy that we got to welcome you here,
Right.
have you on the show, share some stories, hear some tunes.
Thanks for having us.
Hey,
Good to be here
I love it.
in the basement
Yeah,
where we belong.
you're in the
Right.
bowels of Perndom right now.
Nice.
Can you feel it?
The gurk.
Right.
I want to butter your bread.
Oh man, so that song was Fury.
Yes.
That's carried some fury for sure. What can you tell us a little bit about that song? Like how long has it been out? What was it like to release it? Play it live? What's it mean to you?
So, Fury's been out since
Last year.
October of last year. September or October. And yeah, that was our first demo single we finally got out.
Yeah,
Right.
we just pushed it to kind of get something out there because it was the one that we kind of had the most finished, and we were like, yeah, this song hits pretty hard. We think it's ready.
Oh yeah.
So then we just released the demo.
Oh,
We
it
were
was
like-
got to get something out.
Yeah.
Let's just get it out. And it was an accomplishment for sure, I think.
For
Big time.
sure.
Yeah.
We had already played like fucking what,
6, 7, 8
5
shows?
like a whole handful of shows. We were playing shows and shit, and we were like, we would try and book shows, and they'd be like,
Right.
"Oh, you got anything we could check out?" I'm like, "I got live video."
Oh yeah, one of
know?
those. I've been there.
Yeah, so we could finally have stuff that people can, not only check out, but, also, if you fuck with it, listen to it.
Right. Yeah. But since I guess you felt under the gun, and you had to get something recorded, what was the recording process like? To, since you had sort of a hurried sensibility about it.
So, it wasn't even so much that, but that is all, Kevin does all that. He is our Swiss Army knife. He can play everything. He can do vocals, and he knows how to record, and he has a little, setup at his house. His house is home base. We practice there. We record our stuff there. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And those demos, I just mixed bare bones, no hardly any plugins.
Right.
Just get the levels kind of to sound good. Make
Yep.
sure the drums are in time. Edit some stuff, and then send it.
Right. Yeah.
Until just to get the so that people can listen.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds great. I mean, the stuff that's on the platform. So
It's not bad.
No.
And for like really cheap equipment, no gear,
Yeah.
and almost no knowledge, it still sounded fine.
Oh yeah. No, I think you did a great job.
He's modest. You know what I mean? You're pretty good, my friend.
Most of us DIYers are a bit, like I know I can tell you probably put your heart into it, a lot of hours. Probably running out to the car to listen to it, running back in, putting it on headphones, and then you say, "Oh, the snare's not loud enough," and then
Not even that.
No?
Dude.
Okay.
It was like I got to get this out. And if I do all that, I'll just take even longer.
You will,
More of
'cause
me
I've been
doing
there.
that.
hey,
Saying, hey, can you do this? And he's like, no.
We were trying to get recordings of like real like good takes, and like we were just kind of rushing stuff and doing it during the weekdays. And in my living room, we were doing vocals behind a
we put up a comforter.
Comforter up there.
Yeah. Oh, me and him nailed a fucking comforter up in like a circular shape, and I would go into the booth.
the booth, yeah.
It was just in the middle of my house, like right smack dab in the middle. There's just a giant
there's just like
comforter
a
hanging.
beam in there, and we just kind of hung it around the beam
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuck the mic in there. So it's a makeshift vocal
Hey,
booth,
you
more or
gotta,
less.
you have to use what you have.
Just
Yeah,
and as soon as you walk into the house, middle of the room.
you got to do what you can with what you have. And hey, look, no one would ever know by listening to it. It sounds great. So
Thank you.
good on you guys.
You and Justin wrote that song together?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Justin
I
had
had
the original
the main riff that we open with was my original idea. I had that and most of the course,
Yep.
and then it came to Kevin with it, and we came up with the break part
With
and
verse B.
that verse B.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of tightened up the course a little bit from what it was that I originally had.
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
I had about half the song ready, and then we wrote the other half in like 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, he came back with the breakdown riff, which was totally in a different tempo and feel completely. And then we were like, we're just going to jam this in here because it works.
Yeah.
Somehow. Like, it's weird the way that the time goes from, like, it's dynamically not bad, but you, like, on paper, you're like,
Yeah, what the fuck is going on here? But then you play it and it all works.
Yeah, I was just sitting there jamming it one night, and for whatever reason, and that just came to me of that, that kind of like harmonic, kind of like faster riff.
I'm going to play it. I'll play it
Yeah.
real quick just to...
Yeah.
So there's a harmonic in there, which is in a crazy spot, and our other guitar player played it even differently. So we had two harmonic pieces in there. They worked really well together, but no one ever knew it was happening.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So-
one of those hidden in the mix thing. But
Yeah.
if it's not there, it's just
Probably doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You just mentioned. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I was gonna say you can keep this in or take it out, but I joined the band about 18 months ago, and this was the first song that was sent to me when Barry had reached out to me on Vamper to join the band. And I remember thinking WTF because at the very end Kevin had put in his ideal drums and it was just
In the drum
like,
tracks,
I don't
it
know if
was
I'm ready
just
for this.
doubles
Yeah.
and there's no
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no
dude,
drummer
like,
singing
on
can
that
do it.
note, that was kind of my thought after writing that part. Like I finished the song. I think that was the last part. It was the build up to it and then the actual fast part itself. And I remember finishing that and being really satisfied with myself. And I was just like, this is fucking awesome, but I know our drummer's gonna fucking hate me for it.
I wouldn't
Or
say
love you.
hate's a strong word, but I wasn't thrilled.
People like challenges, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Absolutely. I've grown so much as a guitar player just from joining this group,
That's all. Hey, that's
know,
great.
so-
Yeah.
and we've all come along.
Yeah, I feel like we all kind of
Yeah,
have.
we've all
Every single one
pushed
of us.
each other to get better at our, respective positions.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's what helps you grow and keep moving forward. You know, like pushing each other and taking stuff from each other and making Agony of Avarice be what it should be. You know. You had mentioned earlier. The contribution, like in playing with your other guitarist. I don't know. Does anyone want to address an elephant in the room?
Oh, yes.
I think
so-
I should, because I'm the most objective, I think, or maybe Justin is also, but there was just like a little bit of animosity amongst the few of us, mainly from a lack of communication
Okay.
that like just spiraled out of control
Sure.
in the worst way it could have.
Okay.
And
That happens.
It it just didn't work out, and it was a
Amicable split.
Well, that's good.
It
That's
wasn't
good.
at first, but I made sure that the Band-Aids were placed where they needed to be to
Good.
kind of like smooth that whole thing over, because it wasn't in bad blood, really.
Well, none, and I'm glad to hear that, things ended amicably, and with that, and if for those watching, the desk may look a little unusual today
Oh, I'm the new co-host here today.
Yeah.
because we have a co-host situation here. I have Xavier here with us, helping me because Matthew and my other guys just couldn't make it. But this is a funny situation. Now, we started out the show a little different than we normally do. We hit you with a song right away. Usually just do a little simple intro thing, but I thought we'd have a little bit of fun today since it's kind of a fun situation. So, what are you doing here, man?
What am I doing here?
Yeah,
I'm
what
here
are
for
you
moral support, and I'm still trying out for the band. I actually started last week Friday, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
Unbelievable.
Yes.
So I've been to essentially 2 practices. This could be a third. I don't have my guitar today. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
He's been recording Kevin's guitar.
Yeah. So still in
Yeah.
progress. I'm here supporting.
So unprecedented. We have a member in waiting, co-hosting a podcast with his band
Right.
to interview about God knows what.
If this band is anything, we are fucking unconventional.
Yeah.
Okay, you
And
know.
it just happened to work out that your guy isn't here, and we brought an extra guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm here for it.
It just was supposed to be today, at least.
So I
for
mean,
sure.
we're unconventional, but this shit works.
It's-
It somehow, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? No matter
Organized
what,
chaos.
somehow, yes.
And look, this will give you a good idea what you're getting into.
I was
you know?
gonna say, now I get to
Just
learn
as
about
much
the
an
band
interview
myself.
for him
Yeah.
as it is for us, you know.
If you want to field any questions, please feel free.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
Yeah,
keep that in
bro.
mind.
Absolutely.
What are your inspirations in life?
where's this band going? Hey, but on that
to the
note,
top,
what's up, guys? Like Agony of Avarice. You guys, you've had a few, member changes and member additions recently. You have been active. I know that for a fact. I've played live with you a few times. You guys, you are putting content out. I see you act. I saw your recent Instagram reels. You guys are in the studio pushing out videos. Got the track behind it.
So that's at my house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
dude,
like his
home base.
unfinished studio space, and
Looks good.
Yeah, dude. I got light show stuff down there. There's gonna be some really cool content pushed out of there.
Mean drum sounds coming out of that basement.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Oh man, we're getting crazy down there.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I just finished the floor, and then we started doing videos in there. So it's like it looks good.
Yeah.
All the finish is done for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. Just need some gear.
Right. Well, the fun part. Yeah.
the expensive part.
Always.
I don't know anything about that.
No, not at all.
It becomes an addiction, as you know. So
Yep.
can't get away from it.
So who started Agony and when?
So that would be
It's a great
me.
question, Xavier.
Yeah.
It started technically. It started back. I don't know how many years at this point, but I was in a band. I think they were called Avenge the Fallen. And I worked for them with, I don't know, 6 months to a year, and it got to a point where I'm just like, unfortunately, this band isn't really going anywhere, so I left because I wanted to do more. And then I started a new project. I hit up Barry and the other guitar player from that project, and we kind of started just jamming out and seeing what worked. I actually have our Last Breath, the first song, essentially the song that started the band, was taken from an idea of a song that I wrote from that band, but I took it and kind of wrote it the way that I wanted to write it.
Okay.
And yeah, that became Last Breath.
Okay. And that sort of started to define the sound that would be kind of what we're hearing today.
Yeah, it was me, Barry, our old guitar player his name was Kurt, and then we found Carlos and we started working with him, and we were renting a studio space and meeting weekly, and that's how we were practicing. But eventually Kurt couldn't make the commute because he was up pretty much where you guys are. He's in I think he was in Brunswick. Wow. So
Okay, yeah, so that's way
That's-
north
that's
of where
up
you
there,
guys are.
yeah.
It was mainly once Justin found Kevin, and because we all live in Cumberland County together,
Okay.
and me and him live in the same town, and he lives in the town right next to us, and we're like, oh shit, and he's like, dude, I have practice space, like we don't have to pay money and rent somewhere, we can do it at my house, and we're like, oh, even better.
Yeah, that's
But
huge.
for the dude
definitely.
Kurt, it was too much. So, and then
Yeah, and that was pretty much when started looking for another guitar player, found Kevin on Vamper, and the situation just couldn't have been more perfect.
Yeah. That's the second time I've heard Vamper actually working for somebody.
It
I
worked
tried
for
it.
me again.
It's
another
rare,
group.
but
It hit pretty good, and for like in 2022 or 2021, it was just like everybody was using it, and a lot of people got together. But I feel like nobody really has a lot. I'm not sure actually because I've stopped using it.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
same.
need to
Yeah,
use it now, but-
yeah,
because once you're in a band, you don't really need it anymore.
right. Yeah.
I mean, I started using it, and literally within a month, I had like 2 or 3 different bands that had reached out. But this was the one that when I heard their tracks, even just the generic tracks they had sent me, like I was just like, all right, this is it.
This is the one.
Like,
Yeah.
we're going. Yep.
By that point we had some demos down, and we could just send them a demo, and it sounded okay.
And it was all vocalist though, and they didn't tell me it was screamo. That was the thing.
Oh yeah, we didn't have vocals on them.
No vocals
Yeah,
on them.
right.
Yeah.
So he didn't know what he was getting into.
Thanks, Barry.
He just heard the riffs.
How did you feel
that's how I got him.
after you found out? Like, that it was more aggressive, maybe. Or...
I was down with it because I've always listened in the scene. Like I was grew up a huge Under Oath fan.
Okay.
August Burns Red, like all that stuff.
Yeah, right on.
And then I got there to practice, and I was just like, all right, look, it is what it is. And for me, I was originally like a blues drummer, like a blues and a hard rock drummer. So never did I ever interface into the scene of double kick pedals. So they've made me
China's.
number one, they made me such a better drummer. Number two, they caught me at a really tough time because my dad had just passed like a year before that.
Oh, bummer.
And I had been
Sorry
6
to hear
years
that.
out of playing music just to focus on my career. So it was really good timing all around, frankly.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Coming out from all that
Yeah.
nasty stuff and into something really positive. That's great.
That's the one position we've had an issue with is a drummer.
Drums.
He's the fourth,
And,
Let's see,
and
we had-
on his way out.
and
We had Carlos, Dave, Isaac. Yeah, so he's 4.
Oz, and then I'll do the plug for you because I love you, buddy. He is leaving because he has started his own label. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. So he's a good husband and a good family man. So he only has so much time in his day as a fellow father and stuff. I get that, and he wants to focus on that, and that's what he really wants to do, and we support him all the way. And even another shameless plug because I love you guys. Kevin's other band is called Detained that he plays in, and they have just recently signed with him.
That's
and
incredible.
They are making fucking moves. So
That is so cool.
let me take time out of our shit to plug for you guys, and people should check out Detained as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I don't,
You know
very
what I
cool.
mean?
It's,
Shout out Detained.
Yeah. Shout out Detained.
But-
Shout out TCD Studios. But it was look, first off, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I am very bummed, frankly, to have to make this decision, but it had to be made.
Well, I'm glad you were here for this. You
Same.
got to experience, this with the guys and be able to be part of their story.
And
Great.
we've played shows with you guys, so it's only fitting that he comes and does this
Yeah,
PERNcast with us.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I love that. Very cool.
And the guy we have coming in, Marcus, I played with him fucking decade ago at this point. I was in a band where I was playing guitar, and fucking me and him we have a he's a good dude, but we also we have a musical connection that me and Justin went and jammed with him a couple months ago. I haven't hung out with him in fucking years at that point. We
Right.
talked through social and stuff, but just hadn't seen him. And within 20 minutes of jamming, it's fucking we're right back.
Clicked right away?
You know what I mean?
That's great.
He's a good dude. So it sucks we're losing Boz, but we got really lucky, and like I said, it's shit always seems to happen, but somehow it works out, and we end up in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't a blues and hard rock drummer starting out, so hopefully he's better.
No, it's not better. It's styles. That's all it is.
I just want you guys to be successful. That's all. Enough with the sappy stuff.
Yeah.
Right, that's our
Cue.
cue. That's our cue to go
That's
to
a
the
cue
next
to
song.
move on.
You guys should play some music.
Hey, do you guys
Fucking music.
you guys want to jam another?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think since
So this
we were just speaking on that, I think we should play Last Breath.
Oh, you want to do Last Breath now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our most recent single that we just put out. God, what, last week? Week before at the most. So
Very
it's
cool.
called
It's like
Last
2
Breath.
weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Woo! Fuck yeah.
That's a pretty good trick.
And that's the one that started it all.
Yeah, and I played that song wrong for the first year and a half. And then
Wrong how?
I would just play just bar like whole power chords the whole way through the verse instead of
Oh, okay.
so,
That's a big difference. Yeah.
and they were like, "What?" I was like, "This is how I've been doing it."
That's funny. No one noticed till like,
Until we tracked the demos, and then they were like, "This doesn't sound right."
dude, what are you doing? That's great. Barry, before you mentioned you were playing guitar in another band. Were you were not always a vocalist?
So, I was in a couple bands, late teens, early 20s. None that ever like did anything, but I've always wanted to be a vocalist, mainly screaming.
Right.
But it's easier to find a vocalist than it is to find everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
being
a good
Guitar
vocalist.
players
is
I'm not a good guitarist. I'm not a great guitarist. But I can write stuff and I can keep the rhythm. Not to a click track.
So he can't keep the rhythm. He's all
I
right.
professionally, but in the sense of a jam, I can keep it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha,
And
yeah.
you know, and that's how I like to play guitar. I'd rather just fucking chug, break down, let someone else do all the fancy noodlies, and you know, so I always had to step down and do bass or rhythm guitar.
Right.
And then finally, this is the first chance that I got to actually be a frontman.
Yeah, in this
And
case,
props
you
to this
actually.
man's lyricism too.
Absolutely.
I'm so fascinated by not only were you not a vocalist prior, but I mean, you're really good at it now. So I mean, and writing lyrics that's a whole nother thing. I mean, is that something maybe you were into before? I mean, were you a writer?
So I have always written. There were songs in my head or poetry or whatever.
Right.
So this band as a whole, we do advocate extremely strongly for mental health stuff. Especially me and Justin are very open with our mental health struggles, and a lot of that is spoken through our music.
Okay.
Last Breath, he actually wrote all the lyrics for. He brought that whole song ready to roll to start a band.
Oh, very
And,
cool.
me and him edited them very slightly just to make cadences fit and stuff, but
Right.
that's all his stuff.
Very cool.
I've written the lyrics for everything since that, but even in that, it fits so well in with what I already do. We're on the same wavelengths with a lot of
Sure,
stuff,
yeah.
because we deal with a lot of similar stuff, like Fury. That was its working title in the beginning, right?
Yes.
That's what we were calling
Yeah,
it.
that was
when
what we were
figuring
calling
it
it,
out.
Fury.
So I ended up keeping that, and what the Fury it's talking about, if you look in the lyrics, is it's actually my own self-loathing that I deal with, where part of my depression that I deal with is I don't like myself as a person, and that's something that I deal with, and in those lyrics, if you look at them through that light, it makes a lot more sense. Like the one part where it's like, I claw at my face, finding the follies that burn in my brain. Am I insane? And the loathing is like toxins polluting my veins. It's, like I'm aware that I feel like this, and am I fucking nuts because, like I feel like this, and then I'm aware of it, and that has driven a lot of our lyrical content. Not all of it, because we got other songs about, different stuff, but that is a lot that me and him write about.
Yeah.
Because most people across the world deal with mental health issues.
Oh yeah.
And
one degree or another. I mean. Yeah.
And I'm glad that it's easier for people to talk about it, especially men, to be able to, get
Talk
the
feelings
help.
and stuff.
Yeah, get the help that, we need, because I know I grew up in a really fucked up situation, and it has affected me, and I know other people are like that too, and if you like our music and you listen to this band, that it's a safe spot for you, you know what I mean, to you're not alone in those feelings, and we want people to know that we deal with that, everyday musicians, nobody's a superhuman. We're all just regular Joes who can also bang on stuff and strum strings.
Right, yeah.
In a decent fashion.
Love
you, brother.
Sometimes.
I mean, the message is incredible. It's great that you, you speak out for those,
I also hate when you get people that, like, I feel like they abuse that, and they build a platform for themselves, but like, it's a selfish kind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to.
The nice thing is
preach either.
Well, I was gonna say, this does not come off. I mean,
Yeah.
like as preachy. Certainly not your lyrics. You you definitely don't get like a sense of you're trying to billboard anything or make use it as a platform or use it as something like, oh, we could talk about mental health because it's whatever, it's easy to probably link metal and heavy music with darkness and all this other shit, but it's not the case. It's just humanity and what people go through.
Yeah.
I love that you guys have each other in the group to deal with that together too. I mean, like you two, you're certainly not alone even in the group. Like, like it's everywhere. I mean, like I think everyone has been in a place where they've at one time or another have felt something.
That's one thing that I also love about this group is that we're all pretty tight knit. As different as we might be in different aspects, like there's been instances where shit has hit the fan for one of us in some way, shape, or form, and somebody's like, "Bro, I got you." Like I'm pulling up. You know what I mean? Like whatever you need. Whatever, you know what I mean?
It's also easy to do that when we're so close in proximity, which is one other reason why, like, having, like, each other live so close is just a benefit to helping each other out when you really need it.
Right.
Which is, we're a band, but, like, when you need something, we're there. Mm-hmm. So.
And I just happen to live near them as well.
Yeah, we were like, oh, man, this is great. He lives in the same town. Like, this is going to work out perfect.
How was your introduction to? Or how did you even get in the conversation?
Yeah, you should run through that whole thing.
Yeah,
gotcha. All right, so I moved to South Jersey about 3 years ago, essentially. Yeah. I come from North Jersey, Patterson specifically.
Oh.
Yeah. And I actually never put my musician skill set to use ever to this extent. I've had a band in the past with some friends, but we just did our own thing, ended up turning into just a friend group rather than performing often.
Right.
And I wanted to just dive into my skill set. I have my own YouTube channel. I play guitar. I love to do covers. I have a passion for this specifically, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give South Jersey a shot before I move back up north. And I was like, let me post on something. Let me try to join something. So I posted on a Facebook group called South Jersey Musicians, and I think that's where Barry commented on my post. I was like, listen, I'm looking for jams, whatever we want to do. If anybody wants to talk gear, that's kind of what I was aiming for. Barry commented on the post. I reached out to him through Facebook Messenger. We didn't use the V app that you mentioned before.
Vamper.
Yeah, Vamper, which I'm kind of impressed. I was like, I should have used something like that all along.
It's like the Tinder of musicians.
Yeah,
that's
I see
basically
that.
what
Literally,
it is.
swipe left, you swipe right.
So he reached out, and we communicated through Messenger. He's like, come on, let's try you out. And we met up at Kevin's house. And, I mean, I have the gear, so and I have the skill set. So I'm looking forward to see that,
How many, what you said, 2 rehearsals it's been?
Yeah, it's
at
2
this
rehearsals.
point?
Last week,
Wow.
Friday, I started.
Man, super fresh.
Yeah, super fresh. Only 1 song down so far out of the 9. I'm not sure if I could disclose that, but
Don't let him be modest. He was
like 2,
getting,
maybe 3.
he was getting through
Only what
the other
you've heard
ones
so
too.
far.
You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have them perfectly down, but look, you're fucking way faster than I ever would have been able to. So,
Thank you.
cheers to you, my friend.
yeah.
So.
My goal was to learn the set list for today,
Right.
but a couple life events happened this week because I am looking to move up back to North Jersey, which we are discussing to see how we're going to deal with that. But who knows? If something captures my heart down here, I might stick around.
Right.
I'm looking for a community. That's my goal.
Got it.
That's my goal. Yeah.
Well, you're
We're
building
trying
one
to,
here.
We're trying to hook them in. Make them.
Yeah.
One of us.
One of us.
We could just keep him down here until he makes a decision.
Yeah, right.
You know?
You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Well, hey, great, man. Best of luck on that. Sounds like it's going well. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
very
definitely.
good.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes to everything they throw my way. I want to be 100%
There you go.
on moving up and 100% on this. Whichever takes off, I'm going with.
I like it.
That's priority.
Yep.
And what? Any other interesting parts of the origin we didn't tap on as far as how we got here right now?
So I was mentioning, it's funny. He was saying like he was always demoted in past bands, as opposed to here it was the opposite. Where I originally recruited him as a guitar player.
Oh.
I would say, but then and after like we met and jammed on guitars a couple times, but then like once we actually got like a full lineup going,
Right.
and he had mentioned it's like like, hey, actually, I scream, and I kind of
By
want
the
to
way,
do that if
I'm like a really
I
good
can
screamer.
do that. So it's like, all right, let's try it that way, and it stuck, and
Yeah.
he's been the vocalist ever since.
Oh man, good thing you spoke up.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? So
Screamed up.
yeah, right.
What did you do, or how did you find that you had that in you? Because I mean, we talk about it here, you know, because a lot of the guests and us included, you know, it's heavy music, it's aggressive stuff. Our singers, it's all harsh vocals. There are videos and tutorials on like to show you like, you know, diaphragm exercises and fry things and all sorts, but like there also has to be some sort of a, I don't know, maybe like a natural talent for it too. I think just like anything else. How did you discover you had it?
So for me, my vocals is the same as my guitar playing, which is I have never had any type of formal lesson. I got ADHD, and I hyper focus on what I want and the exact part that I want. You know what I mean? So if you try and classroom setting me, you're gonna lose me real fucking fast. My dad, God rest him, he is the reason I do music. He was a musician, and he offered to teach me guitar, and I could have maybe been an awesome guitarist like he was. But like every other teenager, I fucking knew better. So, you know, I don't need your old man ways.
Right.
This is new age metal. All I need is drop fucking tuning, baby. And no, from, you know, now when I play, it's literally, I still don't know chords. I don't know scales. I don't know none of that shit. But I can pick up a guitar, and from years of fucking around and being like, oh, that sounds good. Okay, there sounds good. That sounds like shit. So maybe let me go. And just doing that over and over again.
Yep.
So when I was early teens so I got into pop punk first. Shout out Blink and Alien Ant Farm. Yes, those two fucking albums got me into where I'm at today. And then eventually someone showed me Bring Me to the Horizons, Count Your Blessings album. And that shit was a fucking game changer. I was like, you can do what with your voice?
Yeah, right.
And my goal for the next 2 years was to somehow learn how to copy Ali Sykes' fucking highs. And that's literally how I learned how to do highs. And then a couple years later, I found Whitechapel and heard Phil's lows for the first time. And I was like, I want to do that now. And literally by learning to imitate other screamers, I bite a lot of Randy Blythe techniques
Lamb of God, yeah.
in some of my, you know, if you really listen to my vocal parts, my shit goes all over the place.
Yeah,
because I draw from all that different influence and shit, and just based on what I'm feeling in the moment during the vocal part, you know, I'll throw out not only a high, but this exact kind of a high.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
super high or like a fucking a mid or whatever, and it's just from years of just doing it.
Yeah.
Just I joke with my one boss at work. He's like, I know where Barry's at all times because I'll hear fucking demons getting summoned around the corner because I'm sitting over there
Yeah.
just to practice, you know,
Yeah.
my different lows and shit. But literally from doing just that for years is how I learned how to do it.
There's so much to it too. It's not just like pitch, like, you know, getting the different, you know, getting the highs, getting the lows, getting the fry, like the squeals. Like there's all that stuff aside. There's also the stuff that I mean, a lot of people don't usually talk about it. It's what made me like when I heard Matt in my group for the first time, the way he the placement of his vocals, the cadences that he gives them, the way he serves the song, and I think you do that really well in
I
Agony. And that's like rule number one for anyone in the group. Like, even when you want to do something different, you always got to think about how do you serve the song best. And I think you do that super well in your choices. Like, you know, when you decide to do low here or high here, or, you know, are you going to go along with the drums, like more like a rap, 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 you know, like your rhythms and everything else. I think you fell into something really, really well. And it's impressive that you didn't have any background in it. So,
Well,
I mean, good on you.
So like those fast parts, that is heavy hip hop influence.
Oh,
Because I love
sick.
rap too. I used to write stuff too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm all over musically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love metal. That's like my favorite genre. But you know, I love fucking emo stuff. I love hip hop. Pretty much everything but country. But now country's putting out some shit nowadays that be fucking slapping, and I'm like, I might have to
hang on
reevaluate. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I like
your
all
horses.
music. If it's good, I don't really care what the genre is.
Same.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Agreed.
If it's good, if it's something that's put together well and it makes me feel feelings, you know what I mean?
Yep.
No matter what they are, like, you know what I mean? I fucks with it, and I draw from all of that. Another thing I love about our group is that we're all in the similar shit, but we are all extremely different. And each one of us brings a specialty in our toolkit to the group, which is why if you listen to our stuff spread across, it has something that keeps it all agony, but it's all over the place. We got one song that, you know, it might lean a little more melodic-y kind
Right.
of stuff. You know, our one song, I Am the Senate, that I wrote is real kind of like genty and drivey. You know what I mean? It's all over the place because it's all of us taking our heavy influences and putting our dashes in each song here.
Yeah,
and there,
yeah.
You know, and I feel like, you know, we don't get pigeonholed into you're just this. That's
Right,
why
yeah,
all
yeah.
of our stuff, it says we're a metal band. We're not metalcore. We're not this core. We're not, you know, heavy metal, whatever. We are just metal, and we encompass as much of it as we can.
Yep. We're the same way when people, you know, say,
Yes.
what do I put on the flyer? Like, what are you guys like, metalcore, post-hardcore? And like, I mean, the subgenre malarkey goes on forever and ever. And I've never been one to buy into it. It's all like, like rock or metal is about as, you know, subdivided as I'll go with that kind of stuff. I really don't know like where you draw the line on like a post-hardcore, a hardcore, emo core, screamo, yada yada.
It is a blurred line for sure.
Yeah, and it's subjective. Like for depending on who you're talking to, they're gonna be like, no way. And like I've seen the heated debates. It's almost like a comic nerd debate on like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, I think the actual like label of the subgenre doesn't matter, but like I do think it's cool that metal as a genre is so diverse that like we do have so many subcategories because there's so much stuff that's all very different, but it's still all very metal.
Yep,
Very
absolutely. It's probably the best way to put it.
oriented. You can really express yourself in any way, metal related. You know, you can
Right.
get heavy and sad. You can get heavy and happy.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
everybody
there's
explores every one of those options, which is pretty cool.
there's slow like passionate parts. There's like obviously the heavy driven things. Everyone when people hear metal, all they ever think of is blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But
or,
it's
or
just,
Metallica.
and it's just so not the case. I mean, it's probably one of the broadest music genres out there. If you were to just highlight it as just metal, I think the average person would probably be surprised at what like, oh, this is metal. Oh, this is metal too. Yeah, dude.
I think what I appreciate though is how they all play almost all the instruments. Like he plays a little guitar, if I'm not mistaken. He plays guitar, vocals, and you do guitar as well because you said you wrote "I Am Senate." Or you wrote
Barry
"I Am
wrote Senate.
Yeah.
I wrote Last Breath.
And you play bass as well, and you hit the kit as well.
And
so
drums,
like
yeah.
having that wide variety of skill set also helps with the writing. I
Oh, yeah.
imagine because somebody can bring an idea from whichever viewpoint. I think that's impressive.
One time we had a show and Boz had food poisoning, and that morning
the
I was
flu,
like,
actually.
"All right, I guess I'm playing drums."
Look at that.
And our other guitar player took we didn't do the solos that only I know how to
Right,
do,
yeah.
and it was like we got through it, but
I just added extra vocals
Yeah.
over that.
Filling
Made
some
it like
gaps.
a breakdown,
it
basically.
was it was a bad day for me as a drummer, even though I'm way better than
Did
that.
pretty good.
It was
But dude,
You did pretty
on the
good.
spot. Yeah, it was okay.
We
but
sent
could've
it,
been better.
and for whatever lack of like it might not have been perfect, we were just throwing the fuck down though and giving the energy and like it all was forgiven because I think we opened, so like we kicked the fucking doors in basically to get that show going.
Some of our stuff is 3/4. And that was throwing me off so hard because I almost never drum in 3/4.
Was it now?
Yeah, the things that were like, I was like, man, this is crazy.
Very interesting.
Because like I played on guitar, but not on the drums. It's so much different with like the groove, and I was like, how? And I just was like, kudos to the drummers that can drum in 3/4, 4/4, 7,
6/8,
8, whatever. Like it blows my mind how they even get started with that stuff.
No, I thought you guys crushed it, and I was really bummed because that was the Philly show, and I was like, I really wanted to do that show.
Yo, who was the headliner there? Do you remember?
Wyatt.
Shout out to Wyatt only
and the Wreckage. Yeah,
they
Wyatt
crushed this show. Yeah. They brought the heat, man. They were like the coolest guys, and they threw down really hard.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And now shit was on like what, a fucking Tuesday night?
Yeah.
That shit was some random middle of the week type
from, like,
shit.
Washington State.
It was at the Fire.
Yeah,
the
the
Fire,
Fire.
okay.
I think that's what it's called in Philly.
Yeah, we had one of the groups that was here. We did an episode. He works at the Fire.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I forget which episode it was, but I remember hearing. I was like, oh, we played there.
Yeah.
Small fucking world,
ain't it?
You know what I mean? Like when you had
it was Youth Death Club. Shout out Youth Death Club. Love you guys.
Yeah. When you guys had Rain on here, I was like, no fucking way, dude. Them kids are killing it. By the way,
I know,
dude. They're opening for fucking Thy Art Is Murder and Carnifex. I was like, bro,
they're treating it as a full-time
Right?
job, man.
Yes,
they're going hard. So hey, man, good on them. But hey, look, you guys are no slouches either. Like we were talking about a little bit before, the studio space is under construction. We got some stuff going. Actually, it's pretty much done, right?
It's getting there.
Yeah. So
just what finishing touches?
I need a door of some kind. Just like, and I think it's going to be a shower curtain door.
we could find you a door.
I could just slide a shower curtain out of the way because I'm
Now
going
that
to
you mention that, I have something. Let's talk after this.
Yeah. So yeah,
I knew we'd figure it out.
it's coming together.
But I mean, you guys are doing all the right things from what I see. You're putting, you're building that space to, further your creative, get the creative juices going. You're pushing the content out. You're using the space. We were talking about the videos with the track behind it. Just dropping stuff. You had just the drum portion, and I saw you ripping the guitar parts, by yourself and with the vocals in the background. Everything was looking really good.
Your TV.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Got you, homie. Gotta keep the logo up.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys, when it comes to stuff like that, ideas because we've talked about it down here before. It could be cringy and whatever, like try to come up with unique or just whatever common content ideas, with like as far as pushing the music, like how, like, all right, I got my song now, but I have all these tools now, and everyone else has all the same tools. Like, how am I gonna market this now or get it out to the folks I want to hear it? Like, so do you have like a marketing strategy or anything you kind of like put?
That's where I stopped being the useless vocalist, because usually like at shows and shit, they got all this gear and all this shit that they're bringing and setting up, and I don't fucking know what to do, and I don't want to get in the way. Like, I'll help them carry, and I'll be like, can I help? But I don't know what to do, so I don't just want to start grabbing shit and doing shit, and I feel like I'm a useless prick just kind of standing there, you know what I mean? So I do my heavy lifting in that aspect.
Okay.
I am the unofficial band manager, basically. Like, I do most of the reaching out to try and get us shows to.
Okay.
I do
Even though we don't have mastered songs, like real, like we have some mastered demos, but like no real solid, like this is exactly what we want it to sound like to really push it in an advertising way or like to market it. But we're definitely marketing, I think, our presence.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you want people to know you're around and you're active, right? Yeah.
And Barry, myself, and then Kev from Detained are all in talks about like how they can support the label / marketing / ad campaigning for the greater good in general. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I make all the promo stuff that 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 you see. So if it looks like shit, you can make fun of it. You can tell. You can be like, Barry, fucking hire somebody.
He makes us custom set lists when we go and play shows, so they're always different.
They are
Boz
all
has a
up on my
collection.
wall.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's like
I put their names on them. I put pictures on them and stuff. I try and take care of the lads.
The one that we used at the fire in Philly, I put on the snare drum and I left it there and I played the whole set with it and it was destroyed
Yeah.
and it, like a bunch of paper pieces.
bullet
Oh
holes.
yeah, I remember that. That shit was awesome.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Speaking of marketing, what do we have for merch and like trinkets?
Yes, we currently have 2 shirt designs. Right,
3 if you count the long sleeves.
we might be out of stock of those, but we do have shirts.
Sold out.
Regardless, no.
That's good news.
No, the
Out
long
of stock.
sleeves might be, but we got t-shirts in red and white, with our logo and the name on them. We got stickers, of course. We are currently, in talks to get more stuff in general.
Oh, great.
And we are also a little behind the scenes stuff. We are looking for making some new designs that we can, give more variety. You can give the people what they want.
Or just something cool in general that's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just the logo and the name.
Right.
Yeah, maybe something else.
I think everyone wants to get to that point where they have like a little merch corner and they got 3 or 4 shirt designs, a hat, some buttons, and all.
And anyone watching, if you do, metally kind of designs, feel free to reach out to us.
Hit 'em
by
up.
all means. Let us know what you some of what you like to do. What your prices up. Let's talk.
I can. I'll recommend the when we get all. Actually, shout out. His name's Rosario, but I'll plug him in the description. He just did our artwork for our single, and I turned that into a T-shirt design, and that'll be out soon. So I'll send that your way.
Awesome. Yeah, we
Man down.
So now we're going to the next song.
anyway.
It's bass and
Good luck
drum.
playing the solo.
Yeah, right on base. So, in terms of these songs, they're not only do we have these demo versions of them that we have out for these 3 first ones we played. Well, the third one we're gonna play. But all of them, and the 4th one, and maybe a secret extra one. They're all gonna be on.
What's that you say?
Yeah, right. On our upcoming EP, which will be coming out hopefully later this year. That is the
great.
game plan. But until it's here, I'm not fucking making any official promises. But that is the game plan.
Is that going to be re-recorded? All of the published singles? Okay,
Yes.
We're we want to keep the demos because the new ones will have our new drummer on them, and we want to keep Boz's part in our band.
I think you should. I mean,
it
even
stays
I'll
forever.
just
in
for the
and
his-
record for you too. Either I'm happy to do that.
You know what I mean?
just for the history of the band, I think they need to stay anyway. I mean, that's like where how things got started,
Yeah.
and it's different content too. I mean, like you have different versions now. I think that's really cool. Keep that legacy stuff going.
Yeah, when I put the 3 singles up, they're labeled demo.
Yeah, I did
Because,
notice that.
these
Yeah,
are
yeah.
They're meant to be, a full song, mixed, to a degree and all that stuff.
Yep.
But it's not like Kevin said. It's not
It's not formally pre-prod, post-prod, mastered,
Right,
etc.
yep, yep.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have all the full bells and whistles.
And he's back.
He's probably sitting there
We
listening to all that
just
shit.
finished the set.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
oh yeah, let's start
funny.
the song. That was a good
Well, we
joke.
should have talked more
I,
shit.
I got down with that one.
You did come back just in time. I'd love to hear some more music if you don't mind.
I'd love to play something for you.
So
Let's get it.
Yeah,
little
this
ditty.
one is actually the 2nd single that we put out, and this one is called "Your Princess Is in Another Castle."
Oh, sorry, Mario.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah.
With the pen of the knife, bring me to
Yeah.
Princess saved.
Boz, I love your confidence while you play with the mid tour. I mean, you got the swag, man. The whole time.
Yeah,
you make me nervous.
He's like one of those helicopter seeds that falls from the trees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I make myself nervous. It's false confidence.
he just likes to be the swinging dick in the room. Don't let him move. Yeah.
So I can't help but notice the other, like Fury, Senate. I mean, you got like all these songs that, would dictate some serious messages behind it. Mm-hmm. Princess in Another Castle gives me, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is being a kid playing Mario and hitting that flagpole. What is that song about?
That song. So I wrote that, the lyrics for that. That song is, and I'm not going to say specifically, especially because this is going on the internet, but it is about an ex.
Okay.
I don't want to be that stereotypical, vocalist where all my songs are about me getting broken up with. But, you got to have some of them. And that song is about mainly that it was an unfaithful thing.
Sure.
At the final end of it. And in the breakdown part of the lyrics are, I'm no angel, but I stayed for your love, but it wasn't there. Mm-hmm. Like I admit that, I was no saint, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't, it wasn't like I did absolutely nothing wrong during this, mm-hmm. relationship, but, I stayed, I loved them, I wanted it to work, I wanted it to, and it turns out that the feelings just were not reciprocated.
Yeah, as that happens.
Yeah, and they had other plans and decided to go spend some nights in another castle.
Oh, boy.
That's where the pun is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I took that...
So not a lighthearted tune by any means.
No, but that
deception.
That title is that exact thing.
I mean, it fits. I mean, after that explanation, it actually fits perfect. That's such a great title.
It really does.
It really is. That's well done, man.
Thank you. I try and do little clever shit like like that and stuff. I try. Sometimes I work hard and I try and I want it to be thought-provoking.
Yeah,
and
no.
I also
well
want
done.
it to be able to be interpreted however the listener wants to interpret it.
I mean, you immediately, obviously, it made me. I had to ask, like, where did that come from? So no, that was it's extremely clever.
Yeah.
Would you? I'm sure it does to a degree. Putting thought, those things in your lyrics, and does that give? Does it like some relief, some therapy to all of the, like first the stuff that is negative, I guess we'll just say. Does that help kind of cope a little bit with?
Yes, absolutely.
You are releasing, like by singing it and everything, but you're also singing it often, and like kind of bringing it back up,
Right.
It's
like a circle of never ending
right,
feeling about something that happened forever ago.
I'm always like super curious when our singer does it too. He's like, no, it helps me deal with stuff. I'm like, I get it, but I mean, like, you're also bringing it back up all the time because you have to, constantly refer to the lyrics and bring yourself back to that place.
Well, at least in, I can speak for that specific case of that, like that kind of a wound being reopened in the lyrics. It's almost like, this is what you were. Mm-hmm. I found that there's in the middle of the second verse. It says, "I held you as my queen, but now I'm sitting here like the fool. You had me all fucked up, misconstrued, like I wouldn't find out." And then it's, "I hope that you choke on the thing that'll hurt you the most. One day you'll bleed dry everyone that was ever there." Which, you keep using people, you're gonna run out of people to use eventually.
Right. Yeah.
And by time I get towards the breakdown, it's I'll be kinged by another queen, and it's your worst dream. That you know, even though you threw me away, you know, one man, you know, one woman's trash is another woman's treasure, I guess, and you know, which is the case that I'm in, you know, now. Shout out, honey, I love you, you know, my fiance Kim, but
Shout out to the wife unit.
yeah, you know what I mean, the true.
The
You
true
know,
queen.
rock that holds it the fuck down. No, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't, you know, for her, you know, dealing with the mental health and stuff. You know what I mean? She's you know, she's my rock, you know, and you know, it sucks that the things happen that they did, but again, things just seem to work out somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Make it who you are.
it gives me good music material too.
Yeah.
Now he
Hear
got to
that?
write about the new wifey. He got to write a song about the new wifey.
I'm working on
A lot
that.
of positive songs coming out. Kim, don't worry.
I got that, but unless you guys want to do a pop punk jam with me, you
I'm
know,
down.
That might, you know, all right,
We're here to support you.
there we go. But yeah, all of our songs are, well, for the most part, they are direct experiences.
Yeah.
Or you know, not all of them. We got two that are not personal experiences. They're either stories, or material like that. One of our new ones, that's kind of like, you know, yeah, looking at folklore type stuff, you know, telling a story. But one of the newer ones, going back to what, you know, you were saying about, like, you know, how do you know, sing it or doing this a bunch, you know, how is it, like, you know, not hurting while also being cathartic?
Right.
One of our newest one, I didn't mean for it to write like that, but Kevin brought something that was so fucking good instrumentally, and it just, the way it made me feel, it turned into, both of my parents died in 2023, both of
Oh,
them.
man.
Yeah,
sorry to hear
it
that.
sucked. One, my dad died in April, and then my mom died in November. And I'm still dealing with it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It
yeah.
comes in waves over these years, and I wasn't planning on it. It just, as I started writing the lyrics, it just turned into being a song for my dad. And the first couple times after I made the lyrics and I was practicing it at my house, I couldn't do it without crying. Like, I tried so hard, and there's like a certain part in the lyrics where it's almost like I'm talking to him,
Yeah.
and I fucking would immediately start. You know,
Rightfully
and-
so, man. That's heavy shit.
But in doing it, we have it tracked at his house where, you know, I fucking was crushing it. You know, and it's just, I just locked into it, you know what I mean? Like, and I had those times where, yeah, I practiced it, and you know, but I worked through it, and now I'm so excited to do it. I can't wait until we finally play it live, and, you know, it's...
That's kind of a little
Yeah.
taste of what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
it's a fucking bop. And you know, it's almost empowering to me now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because every time we play it now, I get to bring him back. I get to, you know, he's there.
Yeah.
Kind, you know, I'm talking about him. You
Right.
know, I'm making it, you know, not like, oh, he's with me, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm bringing his memory back each time I sing that song.
Yeah, no,
or,
it's
and shit.
It's
So,
beautiful, dude. That's great.
you know, and he was a musician, and you know, I know if he was still here, he would come to all of our local shows that we had here in Jersey. You know, even though he wasn't a metal guy, he was, you know, Satriani, fucking Steve Vai, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Malmsteen, you know, all that kind of shit. That's what I
Virtuoso
grew up
stuff,
with
yeah.
in my house. You know, I remember being 5 years old, telling them to put on Turfing with the Aliens, so I could run around with my little plastic guitar and mime playing to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it does help with a lot of different things. It can be perceived. It only opens the wound if you let it.
Sure.
You
yeah.
can choose if this is just me wallowing in the pain, or am I taking this and taking
Using
it
it
and
for
I use
something
it.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I use it now. I've made this my vessel to, you know, get this shit off my chest
Yeah.
and alleviate the pressure.
That's great. Good. Yeah, way to use that stuff for something positive. So Good for
I'm
you.
glad you got these good questions because
They're asking themselves. You
We-
guys are interesting.
we are we're very this is you're getting the biggest deep dive, most fucking anything we've ever done because like it's not that we don't talk to people, but like we're not known really. You know what I mean? We talk with people at shows here and there,
Right, yeah.
before, after our sets, whatever. You know what I mean? But aside from the couple people, we do got a couple fans that they be riding out for us and they pull up almost anywhere we go.
Shout out to Schmeichel.
Shout out Schmeichel.
Schmeichel.
Yeah. He's hands down. If we ever make it, he is guaranteed the first position of roadie. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Top roadie. Fucking he gets
Super
the-
fan.
Yeah, he gets.
No,
the-
he really is. Even with us just being where we are, he comes to every show and he's
Comes
like,
out the
"Yo, you
States.
need help with anything?" Like he's already trying to be a roadie for us, and
Yeah.
we're not even
That's
that big.
great.
Yeah, he's we got some good peoples like
Yeah.
that. But this
Get those
is,
ride or dies
Yes.
sticking with you in the beginning. That's
This is gonna be the most like anyone who watches this, and if they're fucking with this while they're watching it, you're gonna get a pretty good view of like what we are as a band and what this whole Agony of Avarice thing really is. 'Cause most people don't even know what the fuck our name means, and I'm not gonna lie either. I didn't fucking know what it meant until Justin explained it to me after I joined. But
what does it mean, Justin?
So I got the name from I forget exactly, but I came across just like the word avarice, and I would say I really liked the way that sounded, and like I had already known like what it meant. I would say from like the like Seven Deadly Sins and such, but like I was listening to something and I heard that again. And I'm like, I really like that word.
Yeah.
And so I was just one day that phrase just came to me because I'm a sucker for alliteration. I would say, and I was with just the state of everything in the world in this country, especially. I like thought of it as, so I guess they kind of came together at the same time where like Agony of Avarice is like meaning the avarice of those in power causing the rest of us pain. So the agony of the avarice.
Which is like the greed. The sorrow for the greed. Like it sucks that we got to deal with greedy people sometimes that just take and take and take from you.
Right.
and it turned into basically we constructed it into a way to speak out against all this shit that we feel is wrong. It's not a left or right, it's not a this or that, it's just looking at the state of the human experience right now in all different aspects of it, and and just calling out what we feel is not right. You know what I mean? Whether it's dealing with shit through like the personal experiences, which I mean is bringing attention to loss, his not to speak for him, but
So that song was written about a friend of mine. He was a very close friend that unfortunately took his life. And that was when I was in maybe junior high. And that's something that, I've been battling with on and off for the past 10 years or so. I would say grief is not something that ever goes away. It just gets easier to deal with over time.
Yeah.
But it's always there, and that's kind of what Last Breath was written about, was the grief that came with his passing. And in a way, it's like almost like survivor's guilt in a way, where it's like why, like, he was such a good person. Everyone loved him. And, like, why did it have to be him?
Right, yeah. That's a lot to carry, man. But
Yeah,
I hear you.
That's what Last Breath was written about.
well, I would I think the only cure for stuff like that is more music, right?
Hell
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
I would love to hear another jam. What do you guys have for us?
This one is called I Am the Senate.
Excellent. Wow.
Fucking
very much.
banger.
We love playing that song.
Yeah,
That
just
is a
the
sick tune,
energy
man.
of that
Easily our
song,
favorite
top
song
to
as a band.
bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little behind on that one. Where's that one come from?
Gent.
It's just gent.
Nah, I shit you not. That literally, I sat there and just fucking.
This was your brainchild, the riff?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sick. Okay.
that whole song, aside from the chorus, I forget the original chorus I had. Kevin redid it and it sounds way better the way it is now. But yeah, that main just fucking that rides the whole song. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I like doing. I like to just sit there and just write fucking riffs and
grooves.
Ever since I found After the Burial, I am obsessed with just replicating that fucking that sound. I'm a whore for it. Any song that puts up even a part of that. There's a part of it in Your Princess is in Another Castle in the middle of the second verse where it kind of breaks down. It's down. I insisted we do that, and it fucking worked, and we all rolled with it.
Hell
but
yeah.
we were playing it, and I was like, how do we make this verse a tiny bit different so we're not just rinsing and repeating? And I was like, dude, let's fucking gent it, and it just fucking dude, it turned into what it is. It hits fucking so hard out of nowhere, and yeah. My obsession with gent is what made this fucking song.
That's very cool.
The very first time that I ever played that song was the first practice that I went to try out with this band, with Agony, and everybody was very reserved for the first few songs that we played. We played we played Princess, played Last Breath, and I'd learned those two. Fury, I said, F that, I can't do that right now. And then we got to Senate, and everybody just opened up. All three of them, plus our guitarist at the time, just opened up. And I remember I finished and I just said, yes. And I said, when you guys get into it, that's when I get into it. And I was sold at that point. 4 songs into practice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We redo our set list, it's always something different, but that is normally our closer.
Okay.
Or it's near the end, because even if, we've been throwing down, we're getting near the end of that 30, 40 minutes, fucking Kevin's fucking arm is falling off, at this point, we're getting near the end of our limit, and it's just like, bro, we're about to play Senate, and it's just like, I'm fucking good.
We're all
Let's
fucking
go!
That one is a closer, man, and it
Dude,
bangs.
Yeah. Fucking, the more we've played it, it's gotten to a point that once we get to that end, and I start doing the oi chant, fucking... It drives a fucking in all of us where it's like, dude, when this hits, we're gonna lose our shit. And then once I do the bounce command, fucking all of us, between him headbanging, fucking Kevin fucking jump, you know what I mean? Fucking Boz is fucking annihilating cymbals in the back, you know what I mean? And I try and get the whole crowd to bounce with me. It makes you want to move.
Hell yeah.
It just the whole. From beginning to end, you just want to fucking bounce something with it.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I was over here bouncing.
Right?
Well, speaking of throwing down, does anybody here throw down? Usually.
Food, mostly.
Food?
Yes, I have been
Absolutely.
known. I have been known, especially with that song, to straight jump off the stage into the crowd, and I will pit with... And do the vocals for the end of that song in the fucking crowd. I've done it...
Yeah,
quite a few times.
Movement on stage.
You and I have both done
movement
that.
on stage.
Both.
Justin's the throwdown. He's always all over the place. His hair's going. He's head banging hard.
You should see some of his shots. They're fucking
I would
beautiful.
say, yeah, that too. But there's a couple of our performances where you kind of catch it on video, which you might not notice the first time, but if you really watch, you can. Where I've jumped off the stage so hard that my strap broke. And I had to just fucking catch my bass and just keep going. And then end of the song and go, okay, let me get a new fucking strap.
Yeah.
It's happened like
Whoever
2 or 3
thinks of bringing
times.
an extra strap.
I know. Dude.
It's my fault.
That's like a random thing. Let me have an extra.
crazy.
The thing I am most impressed with Justin about, and I know we may or may not have said this earlier, but when he jumped off stage, 3 feet down, strap broke, didn't miss a beat.
Wow.
No, in picking up his guitar, he actually was able to then
Upstrum,
get his
the beat, no
his
beat missed.
fucking on time pick fucking string pluck at the right time. So yeah, we've had some funny shit happen. I've ripped my mic cord out multiple times.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Just fucking
Yep.
Just keep it going. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
I don't know how many
stick
times
on a podcast, believe it or not.
Our most recent show.
we saw it. It happened.
Our most recent show, we closed with Senate. I jumped off stage and took my input right out of my tuner pedal.
Oh, yeah.
Last breakdown, and I was like,
I don't know how many times
damn
I've
it.
stepped on a cable and that's why I do the wrap thing now. Through the strap. Just it's a level of safety, but it's not foolproof.
But even
This
still,
was
if it
out
comes
of my
out of your
tuner
pedal.
pedal.
Oh
it
yeah,
came out of
yeah,
his
oh
pedal.
yeah. Everything forward, it's fair game. Someone else tripping over it or yourself walking too far.
Yeah, we're like right now I have a cord, but when we play live, I always have wireless now.
Yeah,
I might do that in the future.
I was using it and I was getting interference and it was another problem.
Yeah.
It's like you can't win no matter what you do.
Well, Justin's got the one that works for you.
Thank God. Yeah, send me a recommendation, please.
Will
And
do.
speaking of throwing down, hey,
Do we want to play?
how long does this normally take before it comes out roughly? 2 weeks.
No. Well, it did come out every 2 weeks. You're probably not going to air it for like
backed up.
a month and a half. Yeah, we got a lot in a can right now.
That's fine. So that'll still work out timing wise. If y'all want to come down and throw down with us, May 30th at the Union Firehouse in Mount Holly, we are throwing down. We're playing with Rain,
Oh hell yeah,
them, Grave Lord, Make It Count,
Ooh.
and
Grave Lord. They're
and
going to be on.
oh hang on, and Vicent.
And Vescent.
Yeah,
Oh
bro, I'm not gonna lie. I watch your.
Vicent.
Is that how you say it?
no, it's Vescent.
It is Vescent?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I watch your stuff, and then I go, I'm calling that band. I'm calling that band.
Good. No, I love
reached
that.
out
That
to
is the
everyone.
whole reason this show exists is
Bro.
so we could help each other. So I
You're
love that.
the guys, the No Direction you had on here last.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out No Direction booking. Fucking I hit them up right after watching that, and we have a show with them April 4th.
Yes.
In Delaware.
It works. Everybody help each other.
Yes.
That was gonna be the show I was gonna shout out, but that's why I was like, how long does this take? So,
Yeah.
It's all good because this will come out in time for the May 30th show.
Very cool.
So, May 30th, Union Firehouse. Be there. Or
Be there.
Square.
But before that,
Yes.
whilst you're still watching, are we going to hear possibly something that's going to be coming out soon?
I think we should just do it.
Dare I say new?
Let's do
Yeah.
it. So,
It's feeling like
so
a yes.
So you've heard some of our other songs before live that we haven't played here today, but this one is one that no one has heard yet. So
Ever.
Brand spanking new.
the only way you will be able to hear this before this podcast is if they came to the April show. Since it'll probably come out after April 4th.
Go to that show in the past.
Yes, yes. Get in your goddamn fucking
Get in your DeLorean.
transfluxioner. Yes, and fucking yeah, exactly, and fucking haul ass back to April 4th.
April 4th.
oh, I get it because it's not coming out until after. Right?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
So this is one of the new ones, and this one is called Blood Eagle.
Run!
right, so you're not going to get the full experience, but keep an eye out when that shit drops. That was great, guys. Fucking well done.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You guys really got something good going. I can't really think of a better way to close the episode than the way we came in. You came in with a banger. We're going to go out with one that was fucking incredible. What this is going to air later, but we're a little early into 26. What's the rest of the year look for you guys? What are our goals?
Shows and write
Shows,
material
labels, new
to
content.
have a longer set list.
Okay.
Replace some old songs.
Yep.
And we are aiming for an EP later this year.
How many songs?
Six. I
Six.
think
Okay,
we
yeah.
We decided on.
That's a proper EP.
It's
Good.
gonna be the 3 demos. They'll be redone on that, and
Right.
then it'll be 3 other songs.
Very cool.
It'll be two in our current repertoire, and 1 new one.
Awesome.
We're saving the other new stuff for future releases.
Sure, yeah.
So
All right.
got to give them the proper take of all the current shit we got,
Yep.
and a dash of the new stuff.
Very cool. 6 songs. That'll be a great release, and then maybe something beyond it, right?
Oh, absolutely. That
Very
is
cool.
the game plan. The floodgates are opening. I made a post. Not we've been in the hyperbolic time chamber, so we're about to play some shows and shit, and then we're gonna hit it again to write a whole bunch of new shit.
I love it. Well, Agony of Avarice, thank you so much. I'm glad I finally got you guys in here for a chat and to be able to throw down. I got the best seat in the house. I encourage everybody out there, go out and see Agony of Avarice. They're killer live. I can tell you from experience. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
PERNcast rules.
Rock out.